Hey mathematicians, today we're going to talk about solving systems of equations by using elimination. We talked yesterday about how you can graph them and find where they intersect. Well, algebraically is another way that you can do it. And so we're going to work through this today and the next day along with applying it. So here we go. When we solve a system by elimination, what we're trying to do is eliminate a variable with them. That'll probably make a little more sense as we walk through it. But these are the steps that you're going to take to solve a system by using elimination. So if you, like, as we go back, this is a really good slide, really good part to come back to and double check. So let's put these steps into action, okay? So when you solve the systems, the first thing they want you to do is arrange the equations with like terms in columns. So what that means is my x's are lined up, my y's are lined up, my equal signs lined up, and my other numbers are lined up. All right. Then if needed, when we line them up, the coefficients may not be opposites for one of the variables. So then we're going to need to figure that out. And then for step 3, we're going to add the two equations together. And when we add them, they're going to cancel out. So when I look at this particular one, everything's lined up, looks fantastic. And now I'm going to add them together. So negative 3x plus 3x, that's 0 because negative 3 plus 3 is 0. 4y minus 6y is negative 2y. And 12 plus 18 is 30. All right, so that's this step number 3. Add the equations together. And we're eliminating one variable. That's why it's called elimination, is because we're working on eliminating that variable. And we're going to finish then solving for this variable. So it's divide by negative 2. So y is equal to negative 15. Now, once I know what y is, I'm going to put that answer and solve for the other variable. Okay, so I'm going to put negative 15 into that equation. So it becomes negative 3x plus 4 times negative 15 is equal to 12. So negative 3x minus 60 is equal to 12. I'm going to add 60 to both sides. I'm going to get that negative 3x is equal to 72. I'm going to divide both sides by negative 3. And x is going to be equal to negative 24. So then the answer to my system, the solution to my system, if I were to graph these two on a coordinate plane, they would meet at negative 24, negative 15. This is where they would meet. All right. Now, I can always go back and I can check my solution to see if it's right. Is negative 3 times negative 24 plus 4 times negative 15 the same as 12? And is 3 times negative 24 minus 6 times negative 15 the same as 18? And it is, so I have my answer. All right, let's try this next one. First step is to make sure everything's lined up. When I look here, I've got my x's lined up, my y's lined up, and my numbers lined up. Everything's in order. I got my x's, I got my y's, I have my equal signs, and I have my numbers. So you want to make sure everything's lined up. So now we're going to add them together. 2x minus 2x is 0. Negative 5y plus 3y is negative 2y. Negative 16 plus 12 is negative 4. So we divide by negative 2. So y equals 2. Then when we're done, we're going to go back and substitute it in for x. So it becomes, or for y to solve for x. So 2 is going to go back into here. So 2x minus 5 times 2 equals negative 16. So 2x minus 10 equals negative 16. Add 10 to both sides. 2x equals negative 6. Divide by 2. X is equal to negative 3. So what I'm doing is I'm utilizing my equation solving skills, my substitution solving skills like we worked on earlier in the year, and it's all coming full circle right now. So the answer is negative 3, 2, and I'm going to write it as an ordered pair. negative 3, 2. All right, we're going to solve using elimination. Now with these, they're not lined up. So I need to make sure that I get them lined up. So the first thing I'm going to do with this first one, 5x is equal to 2y plus 24. I'm going to subtract 2y from both sides. So I get 5x minus 2y equals 24. 5x minus 2y equals 24. 3x plus 2y equals 24. So now what I have is my x's, my y's, and my constants all lined up. So I did have to subtract 2y from both sides to get x and y on the same side, and that's okay. This gives me what I need. So now 5 plus 3 is 8x. Those cancel out. It's equal to 48 because negative 2y plus 2y is 0. So I'm going to divide by 8. X equals 6. Now I'm going to substitute that back in and solve for y. So 5 times 6 is equal to 2y plus 24. 30 is equal to 2y plus 24. Subtract 24 from both sides. And so 6 is equal to 2y. Divide by 2, 3 equals y. So my answer is 6, 3. Right? So the difference between this and the previous ones is I had to line them up. And I have to do the same thing when I look here. Everything's lined up. That's beautiful. When I add them together, nothing cancels out. Okay? Nothing cancels out. So what that means is I have to multiply either the whole top fraction or the whole bottom fraction by a number that will allow those to cancel out. So when I look at the y's, if that top one was negative 2y, then negative 2y plus 2y cancels out. So what I'm going to do is multiply the entire first equation by negative 2. So negative 4x minus 2y equals negative 43. 46. Did you see my math was wrong? I made a mistake. There we go. Negative 46. We all make mistakes, right? We just don't want to make them super often. But when we do make them, we certainly learn from them for sure. All right. Y's cancel out because negative 2 plus 2 is 0. They cancel out. Negative 4x plus 3x is negative x. Negative 46 plus 37 is negative 9. I'm going to divide by negative 1. X equals 9. Once I know my x value, I'm going to substitute that back into an original equation. So 2 times 9 plus y equals 23. So 18 plus y equals 23. Subtract 18. Y equals 5. So my answer is 9, 5. Okay. So again, it goes back to using equation solving. It goes back to substitution. It goes back to simplifying, all of those skills that we continue to work on throughout the whole year. All right, we got 2 more we're going to do, and then we're going to sign off and give you time to work. Here we go. So all my x's and y's are lined up. What I noticed, though, is nothing eliminates. So I'm going to multiply the bottom one by negative 1. So the top one is going to stay as y equals negative x plus 9. The bottom one stays as negative y equals negative 2x. My y's cancel out. Now I can combine them. That's 0 is equal to negative 3x plus 9. I'm going to subtract 9 from both sides. Negative 9 equals negative 3x. Divide by negative 3. X equals 3. Once I know that, I can substitute it back in. Y is equal to 2 times 3. Y equals 6. So my answer is 3, 6. Now, I always need to make sure that I put my x value first, y value second. All right, one more, kiddos, then you got time to work. Here we go. Everything's lined up. Looks beautiful. I need to make sure I can cancel something out. So I'm going to multiply my numerator by 3 because I know that 3 times x is 3x and 3x minus 3x is 0. And so I end up with 3x plus 3y equals 6, negative 3x plus 4y equals 15. My x's can cancel out. I've got 7y equals 21. Now I'm using my equation solving. Y equals 3. I can substitute that back in. So x plus 3 equals 2. Subtract 3. X equals negative 1. So negative 1, 3. And there we go. All right, take some time to work on your worksheet. Let us know if you have any questions. Take care. Enjoy your day.